Interface Video presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fairhope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities, and the Frankie Smith Funeral Home.
Hello friends, welcome to Fairfield Today. I'm your host Paul Jasson. Thank you for joining us. Got a kind of a fun show, talk about a couple different segments here. We're going to kind of wrap up in the second segment of the show about the Lancaster Campground. Just had their big grand reopening of the Davis Auditorium. We'll bring in Shirley Wassum. She'll kind of give you a wrap up of all went out there, and it's a many-year project that finally came to kind of an end there. There are other things going on, but the Davis Auditorium is up and running. We'll talk to her about that. So that'll be in the second half of the show. And when I mentioned The Longest Day, I guess, I think of a movie. It was a John Wayne movie, a great movie about D-Day, 1944. That's what I think of. But second thing is it's June 21st, because that is thought of as the longest day, the most sunshine. But what it's come to represent in the last several years, at least here in Lancaster and Fairfield County, is the Alzheimer Association has jumped on that theme, which is the longest day, and it has to do with Alzheimer's, and they put together a great day of programming. Each year they do it, and it's always fun to have Jody Amspaugh with us to talk about that. And today we're very fortunate from Fairhope Hospice to have the lovely Rick Schneider with us. Rick, good to have you here, brother. Good
Paul,
to have you here.
I always enjoy talking to you. You usually interview us at the
downtown. That'll be coming up here probably in another month or so. We'll be down there talking about it. But Fairhope Hospice is one of the big guns in this longest day program with the Alzheimer Association. And Jody, you're with Home Helpers, and you're involved in this, and this has become really a major event.
Yeah, it really has.
Yeah. What's your part in this? What as a home helper kind of person, how does this fit your scheme?
It's just something that we deal with daily with our clientele. I would say, a huge percentage of our people have Alzheimer's or dementia or something that's related to that.
You see that a lot.
Yeah, so it hits home, and that's why we're glad to be a part of it and just help do this fun event and get together and do this every year.
And Rick, this is kind of right up you folks' alley out there at Fairhope Hospice. You deal with this type of thing more than most of us will ever understand.
Absolutely, and we really rely on Jody and Home Helpers because they more or less see people as they're changing their health as it deteriorates. And they can ask us questions. At what point do you think they need a little more help? And, Jody and her staff are very good at identifying things like that. And that's the nice thing about home agencies. They can go into the home, and in the home, you don't have time to doll yourself up when you go to the doctor. Nice clothes, nice everything. Jody's group can see maybe the house cleaning isn't doing as good. Maybe the hygiene isn't as good. They can see changes as a doctor would.
Right there, and I'm sure you see some of that going on frequently.
Yeah, when we see a decline, it's a really good way for us to bring in another agency and reach out to Fairhope and say, there's a lot of changes going on here. We think they're going to be suitable for
So
hospice.
sometimes you might be the first group to kind of see this, that things are changing. And
Yeah.
then there are other agencies like Fairhope Hospice or whoever it might be, Meals on Wheels, whoever it might be out there that you would contact them and kind of work in conjunction.
Yeah. If we see there's a need that we're not able to meet or that there's something that could help this family more, that's what we're going to do. We're going to reach out and see how can we help them with another agency.
And there are, excuse me, I didn't mean to interrupt her, but there are parameters. We can't accept somebody if they're not appropriate.
Sure.
So, we're not like we're out looking for business, but we're listening to Jody and what she says.
Everybody works in concert, and whatever the needs are, she would contact you or whoever
we all
it is.
work together, and it's for the betterment of the families and the community, honestly, just see what we can do for them.
Well, it's June 21st coming up here in a couple of weeks. It's on a Friday right behind us here, actually, on the bandstand down here, and the longest day event, and again, it really deals with Alzheimer's. And as I think of Alzheimer's, of course, growing up, I don't think I ever knew anybody, at least as a young person. Maybe they had it, and I just wasn't aware of it as a kid. It's not like cancer. I don't remember anybody having cancer necessarily when I was a young person. But now, certainly cancer every family is touched by that, and almost as many
Yeah.
with Alzheimer's. And I will say this about that, the families that I know, fortunately we haven't had it in our family, but the families that I know, the people that I know, what a traumatic disease it is. Certainly for the person, but I think often of the caregivers
Yeah.
and the people that have to work with that and the people that you all have to deal with. It's very hard on those folks.
It is.
You know, when you solve a problem, you create one, and I think you see so much dementia and Alzheimer's now is because we're so good at curing illness that used to cause death.
Maybe that's it.
Even cancers used to be within a month or two, depending,
Yeah.
boom, and now we can cure, we can subdue it, and then as people get older, then it's, you know, other things pop up. And the thing about dementia is it is documented as we can watch somebody change, you know, where you just get a little forgetful, you lose things, and you start really forgetting names, and then you lose track of where you are. And I hate to lose this thing. Wow, I'm 90% there already.
Yeah, I understand. You know, my wife and I go to the same doctor, and my wife asked him about it because again, we all have those forgetful moments that you've indicated, but she indicated to him, he says, am I losing it here? Am I going down? And his comment on it, he's a very smart guy, he's a good doctor. He said, as long as you care about it, and when you make mistakes and forget things, if it bothers you, you're in pretty good shape. Mm-hmm. It's when you don't care about that anymore, or it doesn't register with you that this is ongoing and it's concerning, that now's the time that you might not even be aware of it. Maybe another family member can see it.
Yeah.
I know I took a memory test. I had a seizure, and they went through a whole bunch of neurological tests. One of them was memory. And they would give you a silly word and then give you a bunch of math problems or something. And I still remember mine's purple cow. So if she's listening, purple cow, I remember. So,
you're still on board.
I wrote it down real quick.
But Jody, tell us about this day. What's going to go on behind us here? What is it, 11 to 3 behind us?
Yeah.
What will be going on those 4 hours?
So we start the day with ribbon cutting, and the chamber's going to be involved with that.
The mayor is going to have Mayor Scheffler is going to
proclamation.
be there. Good.
And then throughout the day we'll have different acts. They're so kind to leave the stage up for us because it happens to fall right in line with the other events going on downtown with the Friday night bandstand. So
Good.
that's the awesome thing with it being a Friday this
Nice.
week. This year. And so we have Susan's Tap in Tow. We have Alley Park doing outdoor education.
That'll be nice.
Bringing animals and
That'll
things like
be
that.
nice,
Yeah, and
yeah.
just identifying. And then Fred Astaire is going to do a dance
Fun time.
thing for us. And we have drawings and raffles. We'll have Madison, and then we also have
did you
Jimmy
say
Jawbreaker.
fish?
Yeah,
Everybody-
that's
and then we
where you
have
turn.
Jimmy Jawbreaker's going to be there.
Nice.
So
Jamie will be there
Yeah,
and
so we've
everything.
got a lot of fun things going on, and just all to raise money and awareness, and just in a nice, fun atmosphere. So if you're going through this, it's a good time to come down, be with other people who can talk to you about this, and then have fun too and help support it.
I forgot to mention, I can do a killer coin trick. I could come down on stage, and it only takes a minute.
You got 4 hours to fill with this,
I'll
right?
do
I'm
it
not
slow.
sure. Okay. When you say raise awareness on this with Alzheimer's, what exactly would you like people to know about Alzheimer's? Is there one thing, or is there just, if you see somebody going through it, there's help?
I just want people to know if you're going through this, you're not alone, and there are so many resources. Fairfield County is a huge blessing. It's totally blessed with a lot of resources, and the way these places come together and work together, it's amazing. It's not in every community like this. So come down. We're here together, and you're not in it alone. And there's help, there's support, and there's a lot of different resources that can help you. So.
I think that's important, and Rick, you probably see that when in your aspect of it from the hospice side, knowing that they're not in this alone, that there's people out there that can give you support, that there's groups, there's agencies you can contact. It's just not about you staying at home and then dealing with it at home. That used to be the way it was. I'm sure there was a time when if the husband got it, the wife, that's your problem, or the kids, but now it's a village of people that can help.
Well, and that's the thing. People need to know they're not alone, and if they, and many times they quit being a spouse and start being a caregiver, and anger and resentment comes up, and they feel guilty naturally. But 24/7, and that's what the support you get with everybody who's there. And then you understand, and somebody's got a trick somebody does something, and you find out Jody's group can sometimes help. When they're on our service, we can help. So there is service or help available.
And that's probably your aspect of it too, that there are things you can do, but when it gets beyond that,
Yeah.
that you can point them in the right direction.
There are wonderful facilities here in town that can help out if that's the right direction.
Yeah.
You know, there's just so many different resources. The Alzheimer's Association will be there. They can talk to them, tell them about support groups. Their facilities here in town can talk to them. You know, home care might be the place for them, or hospice may be the thing. But come down and figure it out.
Is there a website or anything they can look? I think when I got some information on it, I think I went with Alzheimer's and
Yeah.
Longest Day.
Yes.
Something like that. I looked that up and searched that. But is there a better one, or is that how to go?
That, or you can go to, I know it's on Rick's website and my website as well. So
Give us yours.
homehelpershomecare.com/Lancaster. We have it posted there.
Okay.
And then,
We're fairhopehospice.org, O-R-G.
.org, yeah.
Yeah, we have help,
Yeah.
and we can spin people in the right direction as well.
And, it just kind of jogged my memory a little bit. I can remember the first time, at least as an adult, I was running a business, and a couple came in, and he was in a wheelchair. So I thought, well, got some issues here. I didn't know what they were. And there was a little interaction at the cash register, and something happened that this guy got it messed up or something, and the woman kind of flipped out. And I don't think I did anything here. What happened? Well, so they go out and move into the other place in the business, and she comes up to me and apologizes to me because this was Alzheimer's or dementia, and I almost had never heard of that. I didn't know what it was, and now she's the caregiver, but she's pretty much in this alone, and she's kind of sinking, I think, right here. It's just her and him, and this has been 25 years ago, so there wasn't all this good stuff that you guys can do. So I'm sure she's thinking, man, it's just rough out here.
And one of the sad things we've seen is that the kids, the parent no longer recognizes them. And there becomes resentment. And that's not my mom. My mom was vibrant. My mom used to take care of me. And we see a lot of dynamics going on which affect everybody.
Sure.
And even the extended family, they expect the siblings or whoever it is to do everything, and they're out here. So there is a lot of things that happen, and they're all natural. And that's why we're talking about support groups allow you to talk to other people who have been there. The cousins, nephews, the sister-in-laws, all those people are also affected. But everybody's too busy or something. And I don't know what I'd do. I've not been in that situation.
Sure.
But there's a lot.
Yeah. Well, it's Friday, June 21st, coming up here in less than a couple of weeks. Right behind us in the bandstand area, what they call Zane Square bandstand, right, with the gazebo and everything right behind us right here. It starts at 11, goes to 3. As Jody talked about, the mayor's going to be there at 11 with a nice ribbon cutting, the chamber, and they've got various things, Susan's Tap and Toe. There'll be some animals there for the kids. Again, it's really a fun time for the young people. Not they have food and crafts, live music. Got something planned for everybody here. It'll be a fun day.
Yeah, really fun,
Okay,
and
fun
come out, bring your money, and help support Alzheimer's.
And that's really what it's about.
It
is
is. 100% of everything that we raise that day will be turned over and for the Central Ohio Alzheimer's Association. So it's a good cause.
Well, it's Jody Anspaugh with Home Helpers, and then Rick Schneider with Fairhope Hospice out there, two of the big sponsors on this. And again, you can go to either of their websites. What was yours again?
homehelpershomecare.com/Lancaster.
Lots of good information on this, Rick.
We're fairhopehospice.org.
Again, agencies that you can count on that will do such a great job on this. It's the longest day, and again, that's June 21st, which truly is the longest day in terms of light and that, but it's just a natural time. It's Friday this year, right behind us at the bandstand from 11 to 3, so we hope for good weather. That's the only thing y'all can't control.
We always have rain, so maybe this year.
We'll put Rick in charge of
like
that.
Fairfield. Yeah, I'll watch for the rain.
Yeah,
That's my job.
So if it's the longest day, we know we'll have some rain sometime. Just like Muirfield, is that
You know
what
who
you're
to
saying?
blame. Yeah, Muirfield and us, guaranteed for far.
Well, we appreciate Jody and Rick joining us today on Fairfield Today. And gosh, best of luck on this. It's a worthwhile endeavor, and certainly something that people can get down and get lots of great information on. So good luck with that.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you for joining us on Fairfield Today.
Interface Video presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fairhope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities, and the Frankie Smith Funeral Home.